Hi, hello students. Welcome to Indian Tech Group for you. So let us move on to the next topic in computer arithmetic, decimal arithmetic unit. So whatever the previous examples we have seen for performing the arithmetic operations, they are based on the binary numbers. However, sometimes it may be needed to implement the decimal arithmetic using the decimal numbers itself. So ultimately, because the computer do not understands the decimal numbers, we need to convert the decimal numbers into binary numbers. So for example, if you consider the previous implementation, so if you want to add two numbers 356 and 272, something like this, then how we performed, we have converted 356 into binary and 272 into binary, convert them into binary, and then we performed the addition, perform addition operation for binary numbers, and then whatever the result we got in binary, convert the binary number into decimal, convert the binary into decimal. Okay, that was the process, previous process. But now, so without doing this particular process, how we are going to perform is, we are going to consider individual digit and represent the individual digit in binary coded format using the BCD code, binary coded decimal code, which we already know in the first chapter. We discussed about BCD code or 8421 code. So using this BCD or 8421 code, we are going to convert each digit into binary and perform the arithmetic, and then the result will be once again in BCD representation. So we can determine the result in decimal numbers. If that is the representation, then it is going to we are going to call it as decimal arithmetic unit. So generally the user of the computer prepares the data with decimal numbers and receives results in decimal form, that we know. A CPU with an arithmetic logic unit can perform arithmetic micro operations with binary data, whatever the circuits we have seen previously. So it is going to perform the arithmetic micro operations with binary data. When the application calls for large amount of input, output and a relatively smaller number of arithmetic calculations, it becomes convenient to do internal arithmetic directly with the decimal numbers. So how we are going to perform directly with decimal numbers? Using BCD code. Computers capable of performing decimal arithmetic must store the decimal data in binary coded form. That binary coded form is nothing but BCD. The decimal numbers are then applied to the decimal arithmetic unit capable of executing decimal arithmetic operations. So we are going to apply the decimal numbers to the decimal arithmetic unit. So that is going to perform the decimal arithmetic. So before actually performing the decimal arithmetic, first of all let us know the difference between the binary sum as well as the BCD sum. Binary sum as well as the BCD sum. Okay. So actually whenever we add two different digits, then we are going to get one digit or two digits. Okay. For example, if I add 2 and 3, then I am going to get 5. 5 is a single digit. Okay. So however, if I add 9 plus 9, then I am going to get 18. Okay. And if I am going to add 9 and there was an input carry 1, then I am going to get 19 value. Okay. So what is the maximum value I could get while adding two decimal numbers and have a input carry? I am going to get 19. So we should know how to represent numbers from 0 to 19 in both the binary as well as BCD, because we are going to get whenever we add two different decimal numbers, we are going to get 19 as the maximum value. So this table represents the same. So how to represent the 0 to 19 values in case of the binary sum, in case of the BCD sum, in case of the binary sum as well as in case of the BCD sum. How we are going to represent the values from 0 to 19. Okay. So we should make sure that in case of the BCD, each digit will be represented with 4 binary numbers. Each digit is represented by 4 binary numbers, that we already know. BCD code is nothing but 8421 code. 8421 code. Okay. So as far as the binary sum is concerned, we are going to convert the number directly into binary format. Okay. For example, assume that after adding 2 digits 9 plus 9 and have a input carry 1, so we got 19 value. How we could represent the 19 value in case of the binary sum? So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So 16 plus 2, 18. 18 plus 1, 19. Like this we are going to represent. However, in this representation, how many binary values we used? 5 binary values. Okay, 5 binary digits we have used. However, this is not possible in case of the BCD sum. Okay, so if you want to represent 19, then you have to represent 1 as a BCD code and 9 as another BCD code. Okay, so how could we represent? So 1 is represented as 0001. So this is the BCD code for 1. How we could represent 9? 9 is represented as, so 1001. This is 9 value. Okay. So like this we are going to represent the values. So 1248, this will become 9. So this represents 1, this represents 9. That is, we need to represent individually. We need to represent individually rather than combinedly. Okay. However, here we need to be very careful. So what is that is, for example, assume I am adding 9 plus 1 in BCD representation. 9 is represented as 1001. 1 is represented as 0001. Then 1110101. So I have got the 10 value. Okay, but there is no BCD code for 10. Okay, BCD codes are available only from 0 to 9. That is very, very important. Okay, in the first chapter we discussed that BCD codes will be represented only from 0 to 9. So after 9 there are no BCD codes. We need to represent as individual digits. So represent for 1, representation for 0. Like this we need to represent. However, so how to convert this value into BCD representation? So just add plus 6. Add plus 6. 0 1 1 0. 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1. Now consider these 4 bits. It will be 0. Add 3 zeros before 1. Then it will become 1. So now it will be 1 0. It is the correct representation. It is the correct representation for the BCD representation. Okay. So this is the representation for binary sum. This is the representation for BCD sum. Okay. So what you observed? We observed that whenever we need to get the correct BCD sum, then what you need to do? You need to add plus 6, that is 0 1 1 0 to the binary sum, then we are going to get correct BCD sum. Okay, this is the BCD sum. This is the binary sum, this is the BCD sum. We are going to get correct BCD sum by adding the plus 6 value. Why we should add plus 6 only? Because we can represent using 4 digits. We can represent 2 power 4 different combinations. 2 power 4 means 16 different combinations. Okay, 16 different combinations, that is from 0 to 15. However, we are not considering from 0 to 15. We are taking only from 0 to 9. That is only 10 symbols. Okay, among the 16 symbols, we are taking 10 symbols. So what is the remainder? 6. So that's why we need to add plus 6. Then only we are going to get the correct result. Okay. So that should be noted by you. Whenever we are going to get the BCD sum correctly, if more than one digit is the sum, then what you need to do? You need to add plus 6, that is plus 6 in binary format, to get the correct result. Okay. For example, let us check for the 19 value. Let us check for the 19 value. Okay. So what is the 9 value? 1001 plus 9, 1001. 9 plus 9, 18. Assume that there is an input carry 1. Then 111, 11, 10, 11, 101. Okay, we got 1001. So 1 means 0001. 1, 001 means 3. So we got 13, but the correct result must be 19. So that's why we need to add plus 6. Then we are going to get correct value 19. So if we add plus 6, 0, 1, 1, 0. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. And then this is 1. 0, 0, 0, 1. 1, 9. 19. We got correct result 19. So if you consider more than 9 value, then we are going to represent correctly by adding the plus 6 value. So these are the points we should note for the BCD before actually performing the BCD addition. So in examining the contents of the table, it is apparent that when the binary sum is equal to or less than 1001, that is 9, the corresponding BCD numbers is identical and therefore no conversion is needed. So from 0 to 9, there is no conversion needed. When the binary sum is greater than 1001, that is from 10 to 19, we obtain a non-valid BCD representation. The addition of binary 6 to the binary sum converts it to the correct BCD representation and also produces an output carry as required. Okay, so what we did, the same thing we're actually seen in this particular lines of representation. Okay, next then how to find out the C value, how to find out the output carry value. So a correction is needed when the binary sum has an output carry k is equal to 1. So how to recognize when to perform the correction? Is whenever the output carry k is equal to 1, then we need to perform the correction. Okay. The other 6 combinations from 1010 to 1111 that need a correction have a 1 in position Z8 and either in Z4 or Z2. Okay. So here when we need to have a correction is whenever there is a 1 in k bit, we need a correction. Whenever there is a 1 in k bit, we need a correction. And whenever there is a 1 in Z8, we need a correction. Okay. So whenever there is a 1 in Z8, there will be 1 in either Z2 or Z4. Either Z2 or Z4. So during these numbers, we need a correction. Okay. So that is what we are telling. So here the condition for correction can be expressed as how to determine whether correction is needed or do not needed is expressed by calculating this particular C value. Okay, how to calculate C value? C value is calculated as K plus Z8 into Z4 plus Z8 into Z2. So if this value, if the C value is will become 1, if we get the C value as 1, then we need to add 0110 to the result. Okay, we need to add 0110 to the result. What does it mean? If the K value is 1, then we need to add plus 6 value. If at all K value is not 1, then if Z8 into Z4 value is 1, then we need to add plus 6. If Z8 into Z2 value is 1, then we should add plus 6 to the particular number. This is the condition. We have derived a condition when to add plus 6, to actually correct the BCD sum. Now we have seen the rules and regulations. So finally, how a BCD adder will work, we can see here in this particular diagram. This is the block diagram for the BCD adder. So we are going to input two values, addend as well as augend, and perform the sum, BCD sum. So if you perform the BCD sum, then we are going to get initially the binary values Z8, Z4, Z2, Z1, and this is the carry out K value. However, we need to correct according to the K value, as well as the bits in Z8, Z4 and Z2, and determine whether we need to change whether we need to add plus 6 or need not to add plus 6. Okay. So based on the value we have seen the previous implementation. How to calculate C value? C is equal to K plus either Z8 into Z4 plus or Z8 into Z2. Okay. So we are going to add K plus Z8 into Z4 or Z8 into Z2. Okay. So we are going to use an OR gate here, Then find out the C value. Okay, find out the C value. If at all C value is equal to 1, then we are going to add 0. C, because C value is 1, 1, 1, 0. That is plus 6 value we are going to add to correct the correct BCD sum. Okay, to have the correct BCD sum, we are going to add plus 6 based on the C value. If C value is equal to 0, then nothing is added. If you add 0, 0, 0, 0, no change will occur. Okay. So like this, we are going to perform the BCD addition. Then we are going to get the correct BCD value. Finally, the correct BCD value in S8, S4, S2, S1 and C. Okay. So what is the input? The input is addend, augend, and we are going to get the initial output as K, Z8, Z4, Z2, Z1, and final output as C, S8, S4, S2, S1. So like this, we are going to implement the BCD adder circuit. So which is going to perform addition of two digits. Okay. So as we discussed previously, in case of the decimal, to perform the decimal arithmetic operations, we need to add two individual digits rather than the entire integer number. We need to add two individual digits. Okay. So like this, the BCD adder circuit will work. As far as the BCD as far as the BCD subtraction is concerned. So how we are going to perform the binary subtraction? So if we need to perform A minus B, how we are going to perform? A plus B complement plus 1, where B complement plus 1 is 2's complement representation of B. 2's complement representation of B. Okay, that we know. So in the same way, here also we are going to perform the subtraction operation A minus B. Here also we are going to represent using A plus B complement plus 1. However, this B complement plus 1 is going to represent 10's complement of B. 10's complement of B. Okay. So BCD subtraction is performed by adding 10's complement of the subtrahend. The 9's complement of the decimal digit represented in BCD may be obtained using two methods. So to get the 10's complement value, first of all we need to convert B into 9's complement and then add 1. So the 9's complement is determined using two methods. Method number one is binary 1010 is added to each complemented digit and the carry is discarded after each addition. So initially add binary 1010 to each complemented digit, and the carry is discarded. Then we are going to get the correct result. So otherwise method 2 is add plus 6, that is binary 0110 is added before the digit is complemented. Okay. These are the two ways by which we can get the correct result of the 9's complement representation. Okay. So why we need to do this logic? Because already we have seen that from 0 to 9 BCD codes will be represented without any problem. However, from 10 to 19 we need to perform some correction to represent the correct BCD sum. Okay. So as far as the BCD subtraction is concerned, so let the subtrahend digit be denoted by the four binary values B8, B4, B2 and B1, and assume M be the mode bit that controls the add or subtract operation. When M is equal to 0, then perform the addition operation. When M is equal to 1, then perform the subtraction operation. And then assume the binary values x8, x4, x2 and x1 be the outputs of the 9's complementer circuit. So the Boolean functions for the 9's complement circuit are how to determine x1, x2, x4, x8 values. So we can derive using these Boolean functions. X1 is derived as b1 into m dash plus b1 dash into m. X2 is derived as b2. X4 is derived as b4 into m dash plus b4 dash b2 plus b4 b2 dash into m. X8 is derived as b8 into m dash plus b8 dash b4 dash b2 dash into m. Okay. So we need to determine x1, x2, x4, x8 using these Boolean functions. Then only we are going to get the correct 9's complement value. So once we get the 9's complement, then we can add plus 1 to get the 10's complement representation. Okay. So this is the circuit for a BCD adder as well as subtractor. So these are the initial values b1, b2, b4, b8 are the initial values. So this is the A value. Now we need to perform A minus B. To perform A minus B, what you need to do? A plus B complement plus 1. So we are going to get the B complement value, that is 9's complement, using the BCD's 9's complementer, using the Boolean functions which we have seen previously. How to get x8 value, x4 value, x2 value, x1 value based on the values of M as well as B8, B4, B2, B1 we have seen using the previous formulas. So after getting the x1, x2, x4, x8, so this is in 9's complement, this will be in the 9's complement, and for subtraction m value will be 1. So 9's complement plus 1, we are going to get the 10's complement. Now we are going to give the correct b value. So here it will be b complement plus 1. So a plus b complement plus 1, using the BCD adder we are going to get the correct result, and the final sum will be in S8, S4, S2, S1 and C I plus 1. So this is the input carry, this is the output carry. So like this we are going to perform the subtraction operation and convert the b value into 10's complement, so that we are going to perform the correct subtraction operation. So if you have any doubt, you can substitute the values and see whether we are going to get the correct 9's complement value or not. So by taking a specific b value and a specific m value. So using the decimal arithmetic operations, we are going to perform the operations that we did as in case of the binary arithmetic. So the operations are like this. We can perform the addition operation a plus b. We can perform the 9's complement of b, which we have seen previously. We can perform a minus b subtraction operation by converting minus b as plus b complement plus 1, that is content of a added to the 10's complement of b, and we can increment the BCD number, so by adding plus 1, and we can perform the shift right operation, decimal shift right operation. We can perform the decimal shift left operation. Okay, decimal shift right, decimal shift left are same as the binary shift right, binary shift left. For example, assume that there is a value 758. If I want to perform right shift, this 7 will come here, this 5 will come here, and the leftmost bit will be added with 0. So 075 is the decimal shift left, decimal shift right. So if you want to perform decimal shift left, this 5 will come here, this 8 will come here, this will be filled with 0. 580 will be decimal shift left. So the same logic applies for both the binary as well as the decimal numbers. However, here we are working with the decimal numbers rather than the binary numbers. Okay, so these are the basic decimal arithmetic micro operations we are going to perform. So in the previous examples, we have seen how to add two decimal digits using the BCD adder. However, adding two decimal digits do not represent the addition. We need to add several decimal numbers. To add several decimal numbers, so we need to perform the addition operation. Decimal data can be added in three different ways we can use for adding the decimal numbers. The first way is the parallel method. The parallel method uses a decimal arithmetic unit composed of as many BCD adders as there are digits in the number. So here how many BCD adders are there? 3 BCD adders are there. So this particular circuit can be used to add 3-digit numbers, because here there are 3 BCD adders. If you want to add 10-digit number, then we need 10 BCD adders. Okay, the sum is formed in parallel requires only one micro operation, because there are as many BCD adders as the number of digits available in the particular number. So we are going to get the sum in single micro operation. Okay. So here in this diagram we have seen how to add 624 plus 879. 624 plus 879. Okay, we are going to add 624 plus 879. So what is this value? This is 8, this is 6, this is 7, this is 2, this is 8, this is 9, this is 4. Okay, 624 plus 879. Like this we are going to add. Then we are going to get the output. We are going to get the output as 1503. 1503. Individually, these bits will be added using the BCD adder, which we have seen logic previously. So we are going to get 1503. This type of method is called as the parallel method. Parallel method. So like this, there are two more methods for addition. Let us go through the second method. The second method, it is called as digital serial bit parallel method. Digital serial bit parallel method. Okay. So in the digital serial bit parallel methods, the digits are applied to a single BCD adder. There will be a single BCD adder serially, while the bits of each coded digit are transferred in parallel. The sum is formed by shifting the decimal numbers through the BCD adder one at a time. For k decimal digits, this configuration requires k micro operations. Okay. So here we are going to use only single BCD adder. However, the values are sent one by one. That is first digit plus first digit in first number plus second digit in second number. First digit in second number. Second digit in first number. Second digit in second number. Third digit in first number. Third digit in second number. Like this, it is going to perform, and the sum is accumulated finally. So, however, because we are using only one BCD adder, it requires k micro operations. Then because it requires k micro operations, the addition will be slower compared to the previous method. And there is one more method to perform the addition operation. So it is called as serial adder. Serial adder. In the all serial adder, it is called as all serial adder. In the all serial adder, the bits are shifted one at a time through a full adder. The binary sum formed after 4 shifts must be corrected into a valid BCD digit. If the binary sum is greater than or equal to 1010, it is corrected by adding to it 0110 and generating a carry for the next pair of bits. So in the all serial adder, what we are going to do is we are going to perform the binary arithmetic and then convert it into BCD code. For that purpose, we are going to use a full adder and perform the binary arithmetic. After performing the binary arithmetic, we need to perform the correction as we have seen in the previous table. So if the if the BCD sum is greater than or equal to 10, then we need to perform the correction. How we are going to perform the correction? By adding 0110, that is plus 6. We are going to perform the correction. So this is actually using the binary adder, that is binary full adder to perform the decimal arithmetic. That is why to perform the correction again it needs time. That is why it will be even slower than the second method. Okay, these are the three methods we are going to use to perform the binary addition as well as subtraction. So now let us move on to the multiplication and division. So for multiplication and division of decimal arithmetic operations, we need the hardware like this. we need the hardware like this. So we need to have 3 registers, A register, B register and Q register. So remember that decimal arithmetic operations means we will have only 4 bits, 4-bit BCD code, 4-bit BCD code. However, because we are using the decimal numbers, we need to have the place value. Okay. So from childhood onwards, we know the place values are 0, 10, tens, zeros, tens, sorry, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So this is ones place, this is tens place, this is hundreds place, this is thousands place. Okay. So we need to represent like this. We need to represent one more bit BE, AE to have the expansion bits of the particular registers, and AS, BS, QS are going to represent the sign bits. After the arithmetic is completed, then the carryout will be stored in expansion bit, and the sequence counter is initialized with 4 value. Okay, sequence counter is initialized with 4 value, and the increment as well as decrement operations is carried out based on the QL bit. Okay. So here you can see that we are bifurcating Q register into 3 digits, and the most significant bit is considered as QL. So you might be remembering, in case of the binary multiplication and division, we have considered the QN value. Like that, here we are going to consider the QL value. Based on the QL value, we are going to perform the operation. Okay. So in case of multiplication, the final output will be in AS, AE, AQ. Okay. The final output will be AS, AE, AQ. And in case of the division, the final output will be in Q. The quotient value will be in Q. Okay. So even though the representation is different, the operations are same as far as the decimal arithmetic multiplication and division are concerned. The circuits will be same as binary circuits. Okay. So the circuits will be similar. However, so as far as the shift operation is concerned, we are going to use a decimal shift right rather than binary shift right. So that is the only difference between the binary implementation and the decimal implementation. So as usual, multiplicand will be in B, multiplier will be in Q, and final product will be in AQ. In case of the multiplication operation. So the remaining circuit will be same as the binary multiplication operation. For the signed magnitude representation. Similarly, as far as the division operation is concerned, so this is circuit for division operation. In case of the division operation also, the implementation is the same for binary as well as the decimal. However, here also, instead of using the shift left operation, binary shift left operation, we are going to use the decimal shift left operation. And here also the divisor will be in B, the dividend will be in AQ, and finally the quotient will be in Q, and the remainder will be in A, same as the binary implementation. And this entire logic is same as the binary implementation. So only the difference is in case of binary, we are going to perform binary arithmetic, that is convert the entire decimal number into binary number and perform the multiplication or division. Whereas in case of the decimal arithmetic, we are going to convert individual digits into BCD code format and then perform the multiplication or division. That is the only difference. So that is why we have changed the register structure accordingly. So we have changed the register structure to contain only 4 bits. To contain only 4 bits, here you can see, and we have given the weights for the individual bits, weights as ones, place value, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So like that we have given the place value. Okay. So this is how we are going to perform the decimal arithmetic in case of the computer systems. However, most of the computers support the binary arithmetic, and some of the computers may include the decimal arithmetic unit also. So especially the calculators, what are the calculators we use for performing the addition and subtraction and multiplication division, the calculators will perform the arithmetic generally using the BCD arithmetic, that is decimal arithmetic rather than the binary arithmetic, the calculators. Okay. Whereas in all modern day computers, we are going to use the binary arithmetic circuits to perform the arithmetic operations. That's all about the fourth unit. With this, we have completed successfully the fourth unit. Computer arithmetic is the second part of the fourth unit, second chapter in the fourth unit. So these are all topics. Literally, we covered each and every topic in computer arithmetic. Hope you understand the logic. That's all for now. In the next class, we'll start with the fifth unit.